Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a tarot collective for today. Today is May 30th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use Intuitive Almanac by Rob Barthelman. You can find this at intuitiveintention.com. My Intuitive Intention on Etsy. I think the .com will forward you to the Etsy to buy the decks. That's what it did for me, but that was like 3 months ago. And he did a live today where he was doing readings and all that kind of stuff, chit chat. He has a companion deck for this. It's just a little, he calls them chakra decks. 25-30 bucks for an add-on for this. I might actually go and buy it for myself for my birthday, so I will be able to update the purchasing procedure. I hope everybody's enjoying the weekend, the Saturday. Hopefully you're having good weather. It's been beautiful here, like spring, fall weather here today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be pretty mild too. I think I'm going to wear my jeans to work. We got one on the table. I don't know that I want to say that with only one card on the table. But it's what came to mind. Somebody might need to take it slow. Somebody might I just heard somebody might have stars in their eyes. Not that that's a bad thing, but like somebody might not be taking the time to like relax, enjoy the view kind of thing. You know what I mean? If you're rushing along through life, you know, let's say you got a lot of stuff you want to do. It kind of reminds me of like all of this off of one card. It kind of reminds me of like you hear like when parents talk about, you know, having jobs, raising kids, and how like it just flies by so fast. And then they look back and they're kind of like, man, I wish I had taken more time off. Man, I wish I had called in that sick that day and called the kids off of school and taken them to the theme park. You know, it kind of gives that kind of vibe, like slow down and enjoy the little things. Okay, let's see what else comes out. That was one card. Two on the table. You might be surprised too, because if you take the time to slow down and enjoy the view, you might be surprised the ideas you get, the inspiration you see, right? I've talked about it before. I go through periods where like I'm really busy and I do all this stuff. And then I go through periods where like I don't do shit for a whole month, you know? Like, and I don't, my whole exercise regimen with, you know, walking and weightlifting and now the boxing, I don't really consider that like extra, you know what I mean? Like I consider that like everyday bullshit. So to me, that's like normal. Like I do that every day, all day, right? But I'm talking about like editing the book and taking classes and stuff. Like there have literally been months where I wasn't doing anything. You know, I did my little daily routine. I went to work. I worked out. I was with the cats. I watched movies. I ate popcorn. I went to bed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't do anything extra. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I got some really good ideas for editing my book, and I got ideas to do other things. I mean, that's That's really how I got my idea to take more classes. Because last December, I really wasn't doing much. I kind of was giving myself some time off. And I took the Reiki course to get my certification in Reiki. And I just, as soon as I did that, I was like, I wonder what other kind of courses I can take. Like, what else do I want to be certified in? What else do I want to learn about? Hence taking courses in January and February. And I didn't even really consider that busy, but everybody has their own idea of what busy is. Okay, that was weird. That one like popped out and popped back in. 3 on the table. Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of giving the energy of like God, angels, ancestors, dearly departed loved ones, kind of telling somebody like, hey, you need to balance yourself out. Like somebody's not doing enough self-care, maybe, if you haven't been on a vacation 5 years, maybe you should take a vacation. Yeah, like a real vacation. We got 4 on the table. Trust your instincts too. Like, trust your intuition. Like, if you feel the need to do something, do it. If you feel the need to take a rest, take a rest. I think I've told you guys before with my knee, and walking, like, so I upped my mileage. So Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays are my days off, technically. I do anywhere from 8 to 12 miles of walking in those 3 days. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are when I'm at work for 10, 11 hours a day. So when I come home, I plan on walking 4 miles, whether it's outside or on the tread. Thursday, I only did 2. And I'll tell you what, I was going to do the other 2, and I kept telling myself, like, okay, like, I'll leave it on. Maybe I'll get back on in like a couple hours. I just need to take a rest. But as soon as I laid on my bed, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get up and turn off the tread because I'm not doing the other 2 miles. I was tired. I was tired on Thursday night. I was pooped. And I just had Wednesday off. On Friday night, last night, I was like, okay, maybe I'll do 6 miles and I'll make up that 2 miles I missed on Thursday. I did not. And even this morning, I said to myself, maybe I'll do 14 miles and I'll make up. No. Y'all, when I finish, I've already walked 10 miles today. When I finish my 12 miles, I will have walked 62 miles this week. I had Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. I had Wednesday off. I mean, I worked last Sunday, but that usually doesn't affect my walking. I walk 6 hours before and I walk 6 miles before and 6 miles after. So at the end of this week, by the end of tonight, I will have walked 62 miles this week. I think I'm okay with that. I think I figured out it's like 6,000 calories worth of walking, something like that. It all depends on your weight and your height and your calorie intake and all that, but I think it's like 6,000 calories. And my intake for the week, like, literally, it's going to average out to like 500 or 600 calories that I ate a day. Like 62 miles is a lot. And granted, I just walked it, right? I didn't run or anything like that. And I don't really have to put that much effort into it because I've been doing it for so long. But it's still a lot. But like, I knew, and even today, like, I'm going to do another 2 miles and that's it. I'm not doing 14. There's no point. I took that rest on Thursday. It was good. I walked the 4 miles yesterday. I'm walking my 12 today. I'm good. Like, I don't need to push myself for that 2 miles I lost. I don't even consider it a loss. All right, we got 4 on the table. So when I know I need rest, I rest. I listen to my body. I'm not a spring chicken, like, I'm just not. Like, I need to take care of myself. I need to pay attention to what my body's telling me. We got 4 on the table. No major, no reverse. I'm doing 2 more shuffles. last shuffle. We got 5 on the table. Yeah. Okay. We got 6 cards on the table. The last card is a major. No reverse. I'm going to set the cards on the deck, and I'm going to mention something in a minute. Let me tell you what we got. We got the 5 of spring. All the cards are in reference to the seasons. We got 5 of spring. We've got ace of summer. 10 of summer. I love the artwork, by the way. I love it. We got 3 of summer. We got, okay, he has oracle on here. Rob Barthelman put oracle on here, and I wanted to say the oracle and not the tarot part. We got 5 of autumn. And then we've got strength. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. There are 2 cards that mention calm, okay? And I think that's the key here. Victory can cost the calm. Like sometimes victory is at a price, but it doesn't have to be. Bravery is calm, not loud. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust your intuition, okay? You need to trust your gut. You need to, if you're not, you need to get in tune with yourself. If you believe, you can include God in that, your angels, your ancestors, your dearly departed loved ones. If you don't believe, that's okay too. Trust the process, trust the journey. I literally just, what, like a half an hour, 40 minutes before starting this read, I posted to the posts on YouTube and I said, money doesn't bring happiness. A life well loved does. You know, love what you do, love what you are doing, you know, hobbies, etc. That's going to bring you peace. That's going to bring you calm. That's going to bring you happiness. And I'm not saying that, you know, you can't go after your dreams. If your dreams involve, you know, being rich, being famous, whatever the case, then go after it. But just remember, even the biggest Hollywood icon will tell you, you know, 10 years in, like, man, I should have taken a break. I should have taken that vacation with my spouse and my kids. You know, I spent so much time doing music, doing movies, writing scripts, whatever, that I forgot to enjoy life, you know? Enjoy life. And I'm going to say this too, but I don't want anybody to get offended. Like, it is really brave to recognize when you're done. And I'm not implying that anyone's done with anything. That's for you to decide in your own life and your own time. But it is really brave to decide when you've had enough, you know, had enough of a career, had enough of living as a certain place, had enough with a relationship, whatever the case. It is really brave to make that first move and say, I'm out of here. Like, I'm done with this, you know? Who there's a couple. Was it Robert Redford? Jewel? I can't remember who else. There's quite a few, like, movie stars, musicians, that after so many years in the industry, like, they all bought ranches, they all bought farms, and they moved away from Hollywood. They moved away from New York. You know, they wanted that calm, they wanted that peace. And it's not that they didn't continue to work, they did, but when you become famous in that type of way, you can be choosy. You can say, no, I don't need to do that movie. That looks like shit. I already have $30 million. What do I need to do that for? Like, you can pick and choose. Something really good comes along the table. You read a really good script. You want to be a part of it, then you be a part of it. But if you don't work for 5 years, 10 years, is it really a big deal? Like, you've accomplished great things. You've done great things. You've put yourself out there. You made a name for yourself. You use those hands for good, for entertainment. And this is just an example, but there aren't a lot of celebrities that like literally stay in the heart of celebrity their whole lives. There's really not a lot when you think about it. Eventually people, they want to take time off. They want to not reinvent themselves, but get reacquainted with themselves, right? People change, people grow, people heal. It's really brave to recognize that, especially in this day and age when you're told from birth that you have to work your ass off for everything that you have, and don't stop, because if you stop, the world's going to stop, your money's going to stop. And like I said, I put on that post on YouTube, money doesn't make happiness. It's not the end all be all. I think I was talking about that on one of the readings earlier, or was it affirmations, about my conversation with my dad on Tuesday when we had dinner, talking about if we had money, if we won the lotto, and me telling him, like, I can't even imagine like winning a jackpot and then running out and buying like a mansion. Like, that just is beyond me. Like, what do I need that for? What do I need a Rolls Royce for? I don't need that shit. Those are all status symbols. I know who I am. I don't give a shit what other people think of me. I don't care if they think I'm a millionaire or if I have like nothing to my name. I don't care about other people's opinion. I care about my own. Like, I can't imagine. And I know people that still think like that. I know people in their like 60s that still think like that. Like, oh, if I win the lotto, the first thing I do is going to spend $1 million on this bullshit. Great. Maybe donate some of that too while you're at it. Maybe give a little bit back to the community, It's crazy to me. I think I've told you guys before, like, I lived in a 3-4 bedroom house, 2.5 bath, fully finished basement, pool with the ex-husband. I love my little 2-bedroom condo more than I love that house. If I ever have to leave this condo, like, it's probably going to kill me. I love it. I love it. I don't think the cats love it because they don't have as much room to roam around and hide, but too bad. They do enjoy my bed. It's very cat oriented. Blankets, pillows. I think I'm going to leave it there. This is more kind of reminds me of like shadow work or something. Like, this is more for people to take in and think about for themselves. Because it's not really for me to tell somebody how to live their life, right? Everybody's going to live their life differently, and that's okay. I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend, and I will talk to you later.